Hey guys, I'm gonna have some footage from a couple weeks back when I had these plants smaller and I had to choose a plant, show you how I take them out. I'm gonna show you when I cut off the cot leaves, and then I'll show you some growth progress on one of the plants. So we'll get into it and then I'll do a recap. So this one here is gonna end up being the keeper. It's growing pretty well and it's got a long vine. Um, Most of it's symmetric, no real issues there. This one was a backup anyways. We ended up putting that one in a little late. So this is the east side of the patch where the state fair plant is. Um, so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take this out because it's intruding the direction that I want the vine to go. You don't want to just pull these out of the ground, because what will happen is that one's roots have probably already spread about a 3-foot pattern, if not more. So if I just pull this plant out, I could disturb those roots. Come in here, right at the stump, and you find the main tap roots that are connected. And what you'll do is once you find those with your fingers, you can cut them. And you've made minimal damage to any of that area, so that if those roots have gone into that area, they're very low likeliness that they've gotten damaged. Now what I'll do is I'll weed this area, get it kind of leveled out for that vine, and then I'll slowly train it over to where it needs to be. So I had talked about when to cut off cot leaves. And this is about the time. Now I pre-cut this just because it was an awkward spot, but you can tell this is just residue from, for treating for bugs, but it's starting to yellow, it's crinkled, there's a little bit of brownness on it. Don't really see any bug or insect damage, which is good. A little bit of tore upness, that's just probably from when it came out of the shell or something, but when they start getting discolored like that, that's when I cut them off. Now this one doesn't look bad. I could leave that on a little longer, could take it off now. I'll probably take it off now just to be safe, but just kind of want to give you an idea of when it's time to take them off, what are some obvious signs to keep from having disease or insect issues. So I saw Jacob do this on Growing Giants and thought it'd be a neat idea to kind of get you all engaged and kind of show you the growth rate at this stage you can kind of expect from a plant. I've got a little yellow marker there on the stick that's going to mark and indicate the tip of the vine. I'm going to leave that marker there, and I'm going to show you kind of progress each day on how far it goes in a 7-day period. So kind of put a comment down below, pause the video, see how far you think it's going to go, if you want to measure feet, or if you want to say roughly by, you know, that part, or however it is. I do move this board because I will be growing there. That's just to hold it down from the wind, but kind of give you an idea, I'm directly in front of that seam is where I'm standing, and kind of line that up. So you'll notice in the next clips, if I'm lined up properly, that's how we'll kind of indicate that. So there you have it, about I'd say 4.5, 5 feet of growth over the course of 7 days. Not too bad. I'm going to do a quick update of the patch. This is an 1883 Bayuk. This is going to be the state fair plant. I just finished tilling yesterday. Just have to hand weed around here. But this will be roughly around 1,200 square feet once this one's filled in. Plant's got some decent secondaries. I've got them turned back, and I'm going to grow them back towards the camera, kind of in a waterfall pattern. And then I'm going to try and set a fruit somewhere past that sprinkler there on the left, and I'm going to try and dead end it. Dead end the main just after the fruit, once I know I have one set, and then I'll pitchfork the tertiary vines, or the third stage vines, on the last secondary before the fruit on the left and on the right. And that's gonna be the plan. First time I've ever done it, at least intentionally. So I'm gonna see how it works out. Works out for Mike Schmidt, so I'm gonna try it. Only thing is I don't have a lot of growing days for this, so I don't know. He usually does it for an entire season, and depends on having that later gains to kind of drive it. I'm not going to have that leisure on this particular fruit. So this fruit will be picked on the 16th of August. If I can get around the June 1st to June 5th pollination, that'll give me roughly around 68 to 72 days or so of growth out of that fruit. So I think I can get a 1,600 pounder in that time frame. We'll see. But really gonna be pushing a couple different things on this, so hopefully it works out. This is the 2376 Bayuk. This is on the center east side of the patch. Doing pretty good. We're probably about 14 feet out right there. Those that haven't followed me in the past, each one of these poles is 10 feet apart. So that's probably about a 14-foot plant. All these plants, seeds were started around the 5th of April, if I'm not mistaken. It's got pretty good secondary growth. Again, this one will be forked backwards, all the secondaries. So they're kind of pulled back so they don't look as long. I don't know if I'm going to dead end this one or if I'm going to grow this one kind of a mixture of traditional and pitchfork back. We'll see what happens. This one here is a 2376. This will be grown traditional Christmas tree style. Vines are doing okay. This one has nice thick main vine and really a nice compact plant, similar to what its mother was. And then last but not least, this is the 1883. It's probably right around 15-16 feet. Side vines are looking awesome. Best side vines I've got. Each side vine is probably kicking up about 6 feet. So it's doing a nice job there. Again, it's going to be a traditional plant. I'm going to grow it similar to the one that I had in this area last year. Again, it'll probably be around 22 feet out this way. The last one I had last year, the 1883, was on a 16-foot. But I'm going to try and get this one out to 22-foot before I set the fruit. I do have females in most of the tips right now. And I do end up pollinating the ones where they're at now. And then usually after 5 or 10 days, probably 5 to 7 days, I cut them off. And I have usually had another female up the line. Just a personal thought is that there is a hormone being produced by the plant that helps those babies grow, and I want that hormone to continue to be in that plant, kind of mobile and active. So I always have a fruit set from about 10 feet on for about 5 to 7 days. I don't go past there because you could drain the plant out of it. Some people will say it's a waste of energy, but I feel like the plant really pushes for those first few days of pumpkin growth as far as that hormone. So again, not scientific, just a thought I had. Don't know if it's true. Could be complete and utter BS, but that's just something I do. This is the update for this week. Stay tuned for next week's update. Thanks for watching.